I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The main way that I've been able to build this kind of following is through consistency. I'm gonna give you three ways, right? But the main way has been through consistency. The reason we're talking today about LinkedIn in particular is one, I see a lot of coaches, a lot of consultants, a lot of speakers having some issues with LinkedIn. In fact, I was looking today. There was a coach who said they got some solicitation from LinkedIn Messenger that was awful, and they went on some rant about how they don't like LinkedIn because of that. And it was just so funny to me because when you build something that is powerful and profitable, you're gonna have plenty of people who love it, and you also gonna have plenty of people that hate it. But the great thing is it's still being brought up. And that means that the marketing on LinkedIn is doing well. People are still talking about it. So LinkedIn is the largest, I think, right now, business platform that exists. 90% of Fortune 500 companies are on LinkedIn. They give you an opportunity to create content as a creator. It is a space where you can look for employment. It's also a space where you can build up your skills. They have a LinkedIn learning platform. And I believe recently LinkedIn got sold or bought by another company. So I don't know all the details on that, but I just know that the company is doing really well. And I think it's doing really well because we have so many social media platforms, but we don't have a lot of them that are connected to directly to business, right? A lot of these are really here for social networking. We do business on them, but they're not built for that. So when I first started on LinkedIn, I did not even think it was a place that I was going to even be able to build relationships with. I was like, this is the place that I put updates for my job. This is the place where I tell y'all about my resume, right? Like the new things that I'm doing. And if I need a new job, that's the time when I'm going to be using LinkedIn. But what I found the last couple of years is that I've been able to build relationships with some really amazing people, get into some really great conversations, and get into the door with it, right? Like get into the door. And what I mean by that is like get the seat at tables at companies, to be a part of boards, to be a part of so much because of the platform. So the way that I've been able, let's talk about followers first, right? Yeah, you get the joke, right? Yeah, we didn't really use LinkedIn the right way. So let's talk about followers first, right? Because I have 800,000 followers. And let me go over to my LinkedIn because sometimes we got this world where how do people say it? It's cap. The youngins say it's cap. So I have 8,162 followers on LinkedIn as of today. Which is pretty amazing. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The main way that I've been able to build this kind of following is through consistency. I'm gonna give you three ways, right? But the main way has been through consistency. I consistently post on LinkedIn and I consistently connect with people. So, when you're out at a networking event and someone's like, hey, let's connect. And they're like, what's your Instagram? I'm like, what's your LinkedIn? Right? Everyone that I meet, I want to put them in LinkedIn because that is the place I'm hanging out and that's the place I'm doing business. And also, what I realize is it's a place that people aren't utilizing enough. So it allows me to add people on the platform that are out from the real world that I want to get to connect there. So if I'm at a networking event, I add people. I have a team who adds people every day that we think are interesting, that are doing amazing things that we want in our network. And we don't add people just because we want them to be clients. Because to be honest with y'all, it doesn't take that many clients for you to have a business, but it only takes you to have one bad client for you to have a business you don't like. So I'm not trying to add everybody to be clients. What I'm trying to add people is people who are like minded. I come from the diversity, equity, inclusion world. I worked in that world for like over a decade, mostly at universities and at fintech companies on my own as a consultant, some healthcare work. So for me, I'm like, who do I know in the DEI field and how can I add them on LinkedIn? Who's the top people, the top contributors, the top authors who are talking about diversity, equity, inclusion, who are talking about anti racism, who are talking about LGBT inclusion? I want to know those people, right? So we add those people and I add people every day. I want to know new people every day. I want new people to know me about my business, and I want to know about them every day. I think about LinkedIn as though if I could go to a networking event Monday through Friday, this allows me to do that without leaving my home, right? This allows me to do that without leaving my home. I can meet and connect with people. And what's so cool, and what I find, I know some of you have some interesting experiences on LinkedIn, so I won't go there. I don't get the salesy stuff as much. And if I do, I just go on and exit it out. But what I find is that when I connect with people on LinkedIn, whether they become a client or not, there's always a way we can support each other's brand, right? So there's some people I subscribe to their newsletter, some people subscribe to mine. I've had some people who've been amazing podcast guests. I met someone and they allowed me to do some work with them in Toronto, Canada. We did a contract together, right? So these are real life people who want to be in real life relationship with you.